I was here for Third in the Berg, and I didn't expect, like I was coming here trying to make art connections or whatever, and then I went into PD's studio. I wasn't trying to show anybody my art. We got to talking about art, and then after a little while, he was like, okay, well, kid, do you do art? I was like, yeah. He was like, can I see it? So I had pull out my phone and I show him, and him and the curator, Tara, they seen my art and they were like, you actually do this? And then they both like came over and converged, and then they offered me a studio on the spot. Charcoal was like my bread and butter. I found charcoal in the house, maybe laying around with some pencils or something. I picked it up and then I started using it from there. I think just like the practicality of the medium. Like one, it's like paint. I don't have the patience for waiting for it to dry. I get that instant gratification where I can make a change like on site as I'm going. And even though it's like really like volatile, like, I can touch it and it turns into black sand. It's like, oh shoot. I'm not one that I really like to explain my art. I'm big on just letting it breathe, but I want people to dive in the same way that I'm diving into the creative process to find, like I'm on a search and I want them to be on the search with me. I feel like all the circumstances that lead to the creation of a final piece, especially for me, where a lot of my work is abstract, and I start from like a figurative base or something that is more literal. And then by the end of it, I'm searching either through frustrations, like impatience. If I want to sit there and make something photorealistic, I just need to put time into it, but I don't want to. Then I continue and continue, and those imperfections start making the path. And I think the same way that I ended up here, all my imperfections in life like led me to this point, and super blessed though. I'm big on an interactive experience, or in some way, shape or form, making connection through art, even if it's not necessarily through like just looking at the piece. And so I had been giving my charcoal to people little by little. Either they come into the studio and I'll be like, add a piece to this drawing, whatever. And I know I'm gonna change it entirely, but a piece of them lives forever. It's like transformative energy. I was on Instagram Live, and then Anne saw me downstairs on my Instagram Live, and she had come upstairs. I had a few friends in the room. She was like, oh, what's going on? Like, this looks so cool. She came in, she made like this whole big gesture, scribble. And then I was like, bet. And then I continued from there, and it was super cool. When it comes to me and my art in specific, I think that it's super important that I express duality. I think a lot of people have such visceral reactions to my work, and me being in a very vulnerable space where it's on display can be kind of jarring, and having to deal with those things in real time is new. That's a reality that I have to face with like this new path, this first attempt at an art career. And I'm not big on monetizing my art. I'm here at the Millworks, but I don't necessarily care to sell. Like, people come, they buy, and I love when people appreciate my work or see or it resonates in some way, shape, or form, or can dissect and really have an analytical eye for art. I love when people like that collect my art and find duality, and like not everybody, it's not for everybody. Let it breathe. I don't want to explain my art or defend it. I don't want to get to a point where I'm defending myself in a corner. And I think it's super cool that on this journey that I'm definitely figuring myself out as I go. And I figure myself out in every single piece. Every single piece is a reflection of me that day. That is my identity that day. And that's like a huge part of my art.
For more from Mosaic, please like and subscribe to the channel or check out another video. To help support this project, please visit witf.org/mosaic.